Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Alexis Bellino ready to exit RHOC for a second time. Is Alexis Bellino ready to exit RHOC for a second time? She and her fiancé, John Janssen, have not had the easiest time, and it has reflected in how she feels about the Bravo series. So what will happen if Alexis is asked back for season 19? Keep reading for more details. After season 8, Alexis Bellino left RHOC and never looked back. Aside from the fact that her now ex-husband, Jim Bellino, sued Tamra Judge and Shannon Beador. It cost them a total of $800,000 to fight Jim, but in the end, Tamra and Alexis became friends. Unfortunately, things were not so smooth when it came to Shannon. She had dated John Janssen for several years after her divorce from David Beador. It seemed she had found happiness, but they broke up at the end of season 17. She alleged that they reconciled for a short time, and then she got arrested for a DUI hit and run in September 2023. 2 months later, John and Alexis met and quickly posted their newfound love all over social media. It was then revealed that Alexis would return to RHOC for season 18, so she and Shannon came face to face. While they were filming, Alexis shared John had incriminating footage of Shannon drunk and nearly running over his daughter. He then sued Shannon Beador for $75,000 after claiming he loaned her the funds for a facelift which she maintained was a gift. She said she would pay the money back if he destroyed the footage, but he said he needed an insurance policy. The way John Janssen and Alexis Bellino have treated Shannon all season has led them to get a lot of hate. According to monsters and critics, the couple cannot believe the backlash. John had this to say: "What's so difficult is that it's like we're in a vortex where all of the hate is based on things that aren't true. And me having no voice has been very difficult." What about Alexis and her part in all of this? It's oh, 'cause now it's done. We can close that door and open the door to the wedding. After saying she was done, it seemed that Alexis Bellino may be done from RHOC for the second time around. She has already turned comments off on her social media. Though viewers cannot stand her and her behavior, she does bring an element of drama that has kept people talking. I think it's disgusting how Bravo TV allowed Alexis and John to enter this season and bully, threaten, and humiliate Shannon no matter who is in the wrong. Sending hate to you and John from Thailand. If only you were actually done with this show. If there's a bandwagon, Alexis is the first one to jump on it. Imagine being so obsessed with always talking about your man, or always talking about his ex. Looks like if she were to exit, no one would miss her. It will be interesting to see what she may have brought to the reunion, as it was allegedly calm until she came onto the stage. In the glittering world of the Real Housewives of Orange County, RHOC, where drama reigns supreme and friendships teeter on the edge of collapse, the news of Alexis Bellino's second exit has sent shockwaves through the fandom. Alexis, known for her beauty, devout faith, and unforgettable catchphrase, "Living the Good Life," is once again preparing to bid farewell to the show that skyrocketed her to reality TV fame. It's a move that feels both inevitable and bittersweet, a chapter closing not just in Alexis's life, but in the show's legacy itself. For those who have followed her tumultuous journey from the start, her return to the series last season was met with anticipation, hope, and a touch of nostalgia. But as with all things in the world of reality television, the journey is never as smooth as it seems, and Alexis now stands at a crossroads. One that has her weighing her heart's desires against the dizzying demands of being a housewife once again. The return that almost wasn't. When Alexis first left RHOC in 2013, she cited a desire to focus on her family and personal growth. Her departure came at a time when the show had become a boiling pot of drama, with feuds that seemed impossible to escape. Alexis's on-screen battles with castmates like Tamra Judge and Heather Dubrow became iconic, but the emotional toll on her was undeniable. After leaving, she turned her attention to her children, her relationship with then-husband Jim Bellino, and her faith, all while retreating from the chaotic spotlight that the show cast upon her life. Fast forward to 2023, and Alexis Bellino's return to the Real Housewives franchise surprised many. Her reemergence came with a sense of renewal, as she stepped back into the world of Bravo with new wisdom, experience, and a much different outlook on life. Gone was the timid woman often caught in the crossfire of shade and scandal. In her place stood a stronger, more resilient Alexis, now in a new chapter of her personal life, happily engaged to Andy Bone. Her comeback was marked by a quieter confidence. She still represented the luxe lifestyle fans had come to expect, but this time around, she had no interest in getting dragged into unnecessary battles. Instead, Alexis focused on sharing her journey of rediscovery, balancing her role as a mother, entrepreneur, and fiancée. However, while fans celebrated her return, there was an undercurrent of tension brewing beneath the surface, and it wasn't long before Alexis began to question whether this was truly where she wanted to be. The pressure of fame and the tipping point. Returning to RHOC after a decade away was no easy feat. While Alexis had hoped to show a different side of herself, the reality TV machine didn't pause for reflection. The dynamics within the cast had shifted, but the intensity of the drama had only escalated. New alliances formed, old rivalries lingered, and the pressure to remain relevant in a cast where conflict is the currency for screen time weighed heavily on Alexis. "I came back thinking I could navigate this world with a fresh perspective," Alexis shared in a recent interview. "But being a housewife is like jumping into a whirlwind. The drama, the expectations, it can consume you if you're not careful." In her initial seasons, Alexis's biggest struggles stemmed from her castmates questioning her intelligence and labeling her as materialistic. The scrutiny from both the public and her peers took a toll, especially as she dealt with challenges in her marriage to Jim. Now, with the added weight of maintaining her public persona while protecting her personal life, Alexis found herself at a tipping point once more. Her relationships with the other women were cordial but distant. Tamra, now back in the fold, continued to throw shade at Alexis's expense, reigniting old tensions. Heather, who returned in season 17, seemed uninterested in rekindling their past friendship, and new cast members didn't quite align with Alexis's sensibilities. What was meant to be a redemption arc for her felt more like stepping back into the fire. A heartfelt decision. After months of internal debate, Alexis has come to the conclusion that RHOC no longer fits the person she has become. Her decision to step away for a second time feels less like a defeat and more like a triumph. A decision made not out of fear, but out of love for herself and her family. "I'm leaving with a full heart," Alexis explained in her announcement. "The show gave me so much, but it also takes a lot out of you. At this point in my life, I'm focused on what really matters: my children, my relationship with Andy, and living authentically." Alexis's fiancé, Andy Bone, has been a stabilizing force in her life since their relationship began. Together, they've built a partnership that has flourished outside the reality TV bubble. Andy, who largely avoided appearing on RHOC, was supportive of Alexis's journey but ultimately encouraged her to follow her heart. "Andy has been my rock through all of this," Alexis shared. "He sees how much the show affects me, both positively and negatively, and he wants what's best for me. Stepping away is the best thing for us as a family right now." Life beyond the Orange County bubble. As Alexis prepares to leave RHOC for the second time, her future looks brighter than ever. She's focusing on expanding her business ventures, continuing her advocacy work for autism awareness, a cause close to her heart due to her son's diagnosis, and nurturing her spiritual journey. "I'm in such a good place," Alexis said. "I don't need to be in front of the cameras to prove anything. I've learned that my worth isn't tied to drama or attention. My life is full, and I'm excited for what's next. Fans of The Real Housewives of Orange County will undoubtedly miss Alexis's presence. Her glamorous lifestyle, unapologetic faith, and occasional moments of vulnerability made her a standout in a sea of larger-than-life personalities. But as she departs the show for the second time, there's a sense that Alexis Bellino has finally found the peace and balance she's been searching for all along. For Alexis, this exit isn't about leaving behind the RHOC brand. Instead, it's about stepping into a new, authentic chapter, one where she's not just living the good life, but truly living her life on her terms.